Podcast, aka Men of Culture Podcast. And in this episode today, we're talking about Chain Soldier episode 4. And once again, another banger. And let's get into it. Chain Soldier episode 4 starts off with the commander of the 6th Division, Tenka and Kyoka. They start talking. Hamari, the Kyoka's lieutenant, basically, her sister is there, and they're from like the Azuma clan or whatever, so they're a really prestigious clan. You know how it'd be like in anime, there's always that one group that has like a prestigious clan and got like a really good rep. Her sister's talking mad shit, so they decide, alright, before they link up and like work together to stop all the Shukis and shit like that, they really link up and decide, alright, let's box each other and see what crews really got, because the lieutenant from the 6th Division, Hamari's sister, she don't really feel that the squad, Kyoka squad is like that. Squad 7, basically. She really don't feel like they like that. So they go ahead and they box. And basically to get ready to fight her sister and to kind of gain her rep back, she decides to go and basically make Yuki a slave. Now, if you understand, Yuki has been made by a slave to 3 people already. Kyoka, really not bad. The girl that can turn to a giant, it's so, kind of. But now he's been turned to a slave by Hamari. And I'm not gonna lie, he really not fucking with it. I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't really fuck with it either, because she was treating him like shit. And then this episode, Kyoka kind of hold the shit out of Hamari, the lieutenant girl, because she really didn't really tell her the price of using her ability. So if y'all don't understand, Hamari's ability is basically to copy other people's abilities that she got like downloaded on the phone, or really something like that. It's basically copy other people's abilities, but it's a downgraded version of it. And sometimes it can be absolutely to the point of being damn right useless. So, but she uses Kyoka's ability, and she trains with Yuki to kind of get ready to fight her sister. Her sister, Loki, has an OP ability, which basically allows her to stop time for 5 seconds or freeze time. So it's a pretty OP ability, to be honest, and it's really hard to beat someone that can kind of manipulate time. So she trains with Yuki to kind of get better. But when the first time she trains, she doesn't realize the repercussions from using the ability. So, they go a little try hard mode, just shit like that. They real hard days of work. And also, I forgot to mention, Yuki's form has transformed into something different from typically shown from Kyoka. So now we understand that depending on who Yuki's master is, quote unquote, his form will change based on, I don't know. I don't really understand the criteria because it's not really explained at all. But it changes probably based on their personality and the type of. So that's pretty cool. But Hamari doesn't really know the real drawbacks and why it's physically demanding. And she finds out. She has to give him a reward for a hard day of work. I gotta say, it was a great reward for him, and not a bad one. It was a W reward. I gotta say, it was overall not a bad reward. Well worth it. And so basically, this episode really see, for one, Yuki and Hamari kind of start to grow together and become more cordial and starting to root each other on to become strong, because they train to fight to beat her older sister. And it's all good and dandy. Right until the day they gotta face her. So let's just fast forward to the day that they face Hamari's older sister. I forgot her name, but whatever. I'm just calling her older sister. They work on a finishing move, and basically it's like a super fast blitzing move that Hamari's older sister can't stop with the whole rewind time shit. She basically has to spam rewind time, and that's pretty much it for the episode. Like, we get to that part, and then it kind of just stops right there. They don't completely show the whole fight, just sort of the beginning of the fight. I'm expecting some pretty good shit in the next episode. Some nice fighting. And a lot of events going to happen in the next few episodes. So I got to say, this episode, Chain Soldier, wasn't really too bad. It really focused on Homari, the lieutenant of Kyoka. And it was a pretty good episode. The awards were was a little chill. The fan service wasn't too crazy. I think they really focused on the character development. But I'm really excited for the next few episodes because there's supposed to be one. I really have high expectations on how they do the fighting now, and also how they handle the next few scenes, the next few events that happen in the show. Overall, I gotta say, this episode was a 7 out of 10. I actually really liked the way they paced the episode. It was nice. It was a little different from what it typically is every week. The fan service wasn't too crazy, so it was a nice change of pace from the past few weeks of crazy fan service. Overall, yeah, 7 out of 10 episode. I enjoyed it quite a bit. That's pretty much all I have to say about Chain Soldier. Thank you for watching. MC Podcast signing out. Stay man of culture, people.